Yeah, I think the community overreacted a little bit. Yes, this update is definitely controversial, but Hyperant isn't a dictator, nor are we going to have a civil war. How do you even have a civil war over a video game? The truth is that this update isn't as bad as some people make it out to be, because believe it or not, selling isn't dead. And I'm not even talking about the fact that you can just sell consumers because dozens of YouTubers have already milked that to death, and I wouldn't make this video just to tell you what other people already have weeks ago. Electronics are not dead, but before I explain how, let's look at what actually changed in the update, or skip to this time if you just want to get to the point. I did want to wait a while to release a video about this update to study it and see how the community and other YouTubers would react, which totally isn't an excuse for me being lazy. From this, I found out before the update, the way the AI worked was that it would accept any trade that cost less than how much it was making. Of course, people took advantage of this and made their country rich in a few clicks. Now, the AI has been reworked to be a little different. Instead of just blindly accepting any trade we throw at them, the AI will only accept if the amount you sell to it allows it to make 5 or below of that specific resource. So for example, you can't sell iron to Russia because it's already making 24, but you can sell up to 5 iron to Japan because it's not making any. However, there is an exception to this rule. The AI will also accept any trade that can help fill its resource deficit, in addition to the 5 resource rule previously mentioned. This is why selling consumer goods work, because the AI starts in a deficit of them. So now we know how the AI reacts when we try to sell to them. But what about when we buy from them? Yeah, it's safe to say that nothing changed. Alright, you've managed to watch through all of that. Now, it's time for what you're actually here for, and of course, I'm talking about. So, I'm gonna teach you how to sell electronics now, and what we're gonna do, we're just gonna pick Germany because, it's like the standard country for Horizon nations. But anyway, we can just first start up by building our 4 electronic factories like you would before the update, just like this. And while we're at it, we're also gonna get Factory Output 2 and the Public Service Act. And we almost reached 25 million, we've reached 27 million, so we can build another electronics factory, and now we can just buy copper and gold. And now that we're done with everything, so what we want to do, we're just gonna go to the electronics tab in the trade, and we're just gonna preset the values that we want to sell to the AI because it's just faster and we have nothing to do right now. So when the electronics are done, we can just sell immediately, very easily at once. So 5 for Japan, 5 for USA, 5 for Mexico, India, Brazil, China, Bangladesh, Argentina, Pakistan, Egypt. Oh, the electronics are already done. I was a little slow with that, but it's fine. Just gonna set to all these countries. Now we're gonna sell quickly. But yeah, we're just gonna sell to the rest of these countries. Alright, now that we're finished, you see we already have like an income of 11 million, which is already insane for May 2019. Now we can have enough money to build another 3 electronics factory, so we're just gonna do that. And we still have some electronics to spare, so that is good, because we need that for the next part of our plan. Yes. So what you want to do next, you actually want to buy from the AI. Now you might be thinking, buying from the AI? This guy has to be joking, right? But do you remember when earlier in the video I said how the AI would accept traits that can fill its resource deficit? And by buying electronics from the AI, we're making the AI have a deficit. You see where I'm getting at here? I'm gonna buy 20 because there's a trade cooldown, so you want to have enough stockpile. Like, you want to have enough stockpile so that the trade cooldown can expire. And the good rule of thumb is to always buy 1/3 of what they have in stockpile, or maybe 1/4 if you're a little slower. But if you're fast enough, you can easily do 1/3. So we're just gonna do it for the Japan, US, and Mexico, and then immediately we're gonna turn around. Alright. So now watch. So now they have a deficit of electronics. You see Japan has a deficit, so we can now actually sell 25 to them. Like this. You see, it works, and let's try for the US, it works as well. And for Mexico, it also works. So yeah, that's basically the entire that's basically the entire electronics. That's just the entire strategy now. So you can just repeat this for all of the other countries. And if you didn't catch it the first time, I'm just gonna do it a couple more times just to show you. Let's just wait until they have 150. That way you can just immediately sell 50 to them. Yep. So 50 and 50. Buy and buy. And then immediately turn around and sell 55 to them. Because they will still... So yeah, I'm just gonna do sell 55. Huh? Oh, Brazil didn't have enough. Unfortunate. Yeah, alright, so you see right there, since I didn't realize that Brazil didn't have enough, the trade cancelled early and we couldn't sell 55 to them because of the trade cooldown. So we're just gonna continue selling 5, continue to build up their stockpiles, and we're gonna instead do it for China this time. So again, same principle, 50 and 55. Just see here. It takes a while because of trade cooldown, but yeah, just keep spamming the sell function and eventually they will accept when the trade cooldown is up. So, yep, okay, trade cancelled. That's usually a sign, if you do this correctly, that's usually a sign of the trade cooldown expiring. And, come on. There we go. And we just need to build more electronics because we're in a serious deficit right now of 200. I don't know. Okay, January 2020, we're already making 47 million. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that electronics are not dead at all. But yeah, you just need to make sure that you always have enough factories to support trades. And of course, this won't work as effectively in public servers because of course superpowers will be players. But yeah, this is basically the entire gist of of this strategy. And so you have like 46 million income by February 2020, and you can just enjoy that. And yeah, also I think sometimes the AI would like deliberately put themselves in deficit, like in terms of money to like fulfill the resource deficit. So let's buy 120 electronics from China. So we're gonna sell 125. Now this is actually more than their income, I believe. If I buy, yeah, this is actually more than how much they make in money, and they should accept. So now if we hop over to China, alright? We hop over to China, then you can see they're actually losing money. So the AI can now be tricked into losing money when it wasn't going to before. Like, because before the AI would just decline any trade if it couldn't afford it, but now it can actually trick the AI into losing money, which is actually kind of funny, but alright. So you can see very clearly that electronics are still good, but some of you probably think that consumer goods would just be better. Well, to answer that question, I got my friend Prussia, which you might recognize from my Ireland video, who's a really good seller to help me compare the two methods. I will be selling electronics while he will be selling consumer goods, but we also agreed to these rules to make it a little more balanced. In the first test, when the time was up, I got 63 million in income while Pressure got far less. However, he said that he messed up, so we tried again. In the second test, the results were still mostly the same, with me having a lead of around 20 million. The obvious conclusion is that electronics give you more money, but does that mean they are better all the time? Of course not. Consumer goods can be useful in situations where you can't spare the time to micromanage your trade like a sweaty try-hard, which is especially more helpful in public servers where there's more than just looking at a trade menu. Speaking of public servers, I also recorded 2 games of myself using the new selling method that I discovered, one where I purely focused on selling and one where I played normally. If you're still not convinced, I recommend you stick around and watch the 2 clips. If you're already convinced and don't want to watch the clips, then what I want you to do is to share this video with as many Rise of Nations players as possible, because I want this new method to be known throughout the entire Rise of Nations community. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.